Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 327 of the show, of this great show. We have a lot to get to. This is the fallout from Raw 30 on the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw, and the final go-home show before tonight's Royal Rumble. This is from last night on SmackDown. We got a lot to get to, and we have a lot to get to, and not a whole lot of time to do it in. So we're gonna go. I mean, I tell you what, right around this time last year, we had a humongous blizzard. I mean, we get pounded over a foot of snow. Over a foot of snow. And, but this year, however, check out what's going on. Sunshine. Yes. Back-to-back sunshine days. And I checked the weather for the next 10 days. Up until, let's say, next week, on the first full week of February, I think on a Thursday or Friday, we're going to have just sun and clouds. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. And, like, you're too orangey, okay? So this is a good thing. So I'm excited. Very excited about this. So are we going to get right into it? We're going to get what happened last night on SmackDown. The 27th, of course, the Bloodline, minus Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. That means just the Usos and Solo Sikoa. Now, Roman Reigns, he doesn't want to see Sami Zayn, but Roman Reigns wasn't there. So, Sami Zayn snuck by to thank Jey Uso for having his back. And so it looks like the Usos are back. Looks like Jimmy Uso is back from it, and he seems to be ready to go. The first matchup that happened, Rey Mysterio versus Karrion Kross. As you know, these two gentlemen had declared entry into the Royal Rumble. Heck of a matchup, but Karrion Kross sometimes had the upper hand, but this time, and even Scarlett tried to get involved in the matchup, but Rey Mysterio won the matchup in the end. Damage Control, the women's tag team champions, Dakota Kai and the lovely Io Sky, and their leader Bayley, all declared entry for the Royal Rumble. Three more names. Three more names. In fact, two more names added to the list as well. I'll get to them. Austin Theory, who already declared for the Royal Rumble, decided to address the Laredo crowd in Texas. And as he's running his mouth, the NXT Tag Team Champions, the New Day, ended up making an appearance. They were trash-talking Theory. Then The Miz interrupts the New Day, starts saying that he'll win the Royal Rumble. All four men were brawling. Here comes Bobby Lashley. And he attacked Theory and The Miz first, and then Kofi Kingston high-fived him, but Lashley clotheslined him. Then he attacked Xavier Woods, and then Brock Lesnar came in the end, F5 him, and he declares entry into the Royal Rumble. Oh boy, here we go again. So there's that. And Kevin Owens was deep in thought as he gets ready for his battle against the street champion, Solo Sikoa. And then Rhea Ripley says, Mommy's here, getting ready for the Royal Rumble. And then, so watch for Rhea Ripley to really make a huge dent in the Royal Rumble. She should probably do a lot of eliminations. Going to be a lot of power, so we'll see what happens. Lacey Evans makes her return to the ring in a long time under her, under the new attitude that she has. And a lot of people are making a big deal about Lacey Evans as of late. And because she basically said a few things that were not good. But the crazy part is she goes over to high five a fan who has Down syndrome and all, and she's like, and she's playing the part of the heel, and that's what heels do. Everybody forgets the body language of that young man. He says like, you got me, he's having a good time, which is really, really cool. Not even though a lot of people nowadays are oversensitive about all that, and so listen, if I would, if I would like give a secret symbol to people, like fans with Down syndrome and all, like if I'm a heel, I'd be like, point. I just want to go, I'm not gonna high five you, but thanks for enjoying the show, Thanks for watching me, act and I got you or something like that. Just have a little fun, with the fans, if I became a heel, I would have fun with the fans a little bit. Like I'd be like tell a funny joke, like, geez, really, I feel bad for you. Or something like that. Just have a little fun. Anyways, people made a big deal of it though. Kevin Owens, after he ended the show, gave the fan his T-shirt, which is really super cool. Kevin Owens is always a class act, Lacey Evans was playing a heel, and that's what she's supposed to be doing. But she fought Jasmine Allure, who is one of the premier ladies in the Indies, and Lacey Evans is now using the woman's right as her setup move for the Cobra Clutch, which she slapped on, and Jasmine Allure tapped out. And then Lacey Evans is now officially declared entry into the Women's Royal Rumble. Look for her to make a huge dent. Also, look for her to make a huge dent. And then Kayla Braxton interviewed Drew McIntyre and Sheamus as they get ready for their matchup against Hit Row in the semifinals and the number one contenders matchup for those SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Cody Rhodes rehabs and gets ready for the Royal Rumble himself. I'm going to give a shout out to Tiffany Castagna, who is probably the biggest Cody Rhodes fan ever. And she's been following Cody Rhodes since he started AEW, and now also probably longer than that. And now he's made his return, and she is loyal. And she has been invited to go to San Antonio to watch the Royal Rumble to see Cody Rhodes return, and that's who I picked to win the Royal Rumble. We'll elaborate more on my other video for the PTW picks and predictions, so I'm going to go consult back to the Rant and Rave podcast recent episodes. So anyways, and as Drew McIntyre and Sheamus about to come out to face Hit Row in the semifinals in this tournament, the Viking Raiders blindsided them and attacked them. I'm like, oh boy, this is not good. And then officials and referees and Adam Pearce came out saying, they got, and all of a sudden Hit Row comes out. They think they got it. They think they got it made. That we're winners. And then Adam Pearce goes, no. You're going to earn your way. And I got a replacement team. And then it was Braun Strowman and Ricochet. The funny part about it is Top Dollar was complaining about this on Twitter. He's like, hey, this is a bald-headed conspiracy, isn't it? Top Dollar, take off your hat. You're bald, too. Brother, come on now. But Braun Strowman and Ricochet did beat Hit Row, so that means they'll be in the tournament finals of the number one contendership, and they'll face the team. They'll face the winner of either Imperium and Legado del Fantasma. The lovely Kayla Braxton once again interviewing Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens about to talk about his match against Solo Sikoa. The Usos interrupt Owens. They got to a shoving and shouting matchup. And Pierce goes, get ready for your matchup. You guys get out of here. Simple as that. And, it seems like as Usos got kicked out of the arena, Jey Uso made a phone call to Sami Zayn. So, and then you hear Bray Wyatt's old school theme music when he first debuted in the WWE, Dun, broken out in love. And you see, I thought Bray Wyatt came out dressed as the old Bray Wyatt from NXT when he first started, or FCW/NXT. And it was LA Knight. LA Knight starts running his mouth, and then Bray Wyatt, and then Bray Wyatt, you're gonna find out who I truly am. And then Uncle Howdy appears on the stage, on one of the skyboxes, pointing and everything else. And LA Knight's going, what the heck is going on around here? So, anyways, the other half of the tag team semifinals in the number one contendership to decide new number one contenders. Legado del Fantasma, Joaquin Wilde, and Raul Mendoza against Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. And Imperium has won the matchup, so they'll be facing Braun Strowman and Ricochet in the number one contenders finals to decide who will be facing the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. This ought to be interesting. Xia Li has decided to declare no entry into the Royal Rumble. I'm looking at Xia Li to really make some waves in the Royal Rumble. There's a lot of people going to make some waves in the Royal Rumble. You know, I know Rhea Ripley probably eliminate people. And then Charlotte Flair and Ryan Satin sitting down. Ryan Satin looks like a little bit like Damian Sandow. It's uncanny. Ryan Satin sitting down doing an out-of-character interview with Charlotte Flair. Sonya Deville interrupts them. And then Charlotte Flair says she wants a match against Sonya Deville. And she goes, okay, you got it next week. So Kevin Owens went one-on-one with Solo Sikoa. And Sikoa has been undefeated since he made his debut. Since he basically made his debut in NXT. He's never lost a match, even though he got called up to the main roster. Nothing. All right. Still undefeated. But unfortunately, he did lose by disqualification because Sami Zayn got involved, pulling him out of the ring, and that's where it ends there. So that's where it ends there on SmackDown, the final SmackDown before the Royal Rumble tonight. All right, and now we're going to the NXT Level Up portion of the show, and three matches already happened, and Level Up is about the up and coming stars of NXT, who could be the next stars on NXT. Dante Chen went one-on-one with a newcomer to the NXT brand, Kale Dixon, and heck of a fight, but Dante Chen ended up winning that one. Kelly Kincaid decided to interview the newest member of the women's division of NXT, Lola Vice, formerly known as Valerie Loretta. She is the first Cuban American to be a WWE superstar. In fact, she's transitioned from MMA to the WWE, and she says she shows what Latinas are all about. And Lola Vice, I look at her, I think she started to give off a little bit of Melina vibes as far as determination, drive, and just wanting respect. And to me, when Melina started competing, she's got that fierceness, the fire, and the facial expressions even I'll explain, because he went one-on-one with the lovely Danny Palmer, Danny Palmer, and it was a heck of a matchup. And Lola Vice did a little dance, Melina vibes written all over. But unlike Melina, she didn't do the split entrance. But the facial expressions and everything gives off straight up Melina vibes. Love her. Lola Vice, even though she lost to Danny Palmer, watch out for Lola Vice. She may be on her way. And when Nikita Lyons out with the torn ACL, torn meniscus, it will be a while since we'll see Ms. Lyons back in the ring. But however, Lola Vice could end up filling that void. Oro Mensah, formerly known as Oliver Carter from NXT UK, faced Scripps, who we all know is Reginald under the mask. And Scripps did end up winning the match. And that is all the time we have on episode 327 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Beware to tune in. I will make my picks and predictions for the Royal Rumble tonight. All right. I'll see you then. Until then, Mr. Announcer, till the next episode rolls around, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production, and in association with A sweet bowl for raving dingleberries, telepictures, and distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.